This is part 2 of my Mixed Media Hearts Art Journaling video tutorial series. I'll share with you more techniques for paper and fabric using my Graffiti Glam stamps and ILoveTo Create tulip paints. So I've got some of my stamps and a palette of paint, a piece of muslin and a piece of paper on the side here, all ready for some mixed media layers. So I'm going to start with my stamp here and add paint. So I'm adding, you'll notice, a few different colors of the soft paint and mixing them right onto the stamp. I'm going to take this and take a print. I'm going to use my brayer and just roll over it really lightly. You don't want to go back and forth too much. Otherwise, you might get a blurry stamp print, and then you can see how the stamp is revealed. So I did go back and forth a little much. But this is just the background, so I don't mind it being a messy print. I'm going to do one using my fingers, my hands only. So you can see the difference in the print. So a little bit cleaner. Now I'm going to add paint onto this heart stamp. And you can see all my colors have mixed together, which is fine. I want to make sure I cover the whole stamp. You'll notice how I dab the paint on. This gives the stamp a nice even coverage or coat of paint. If I went like this, you would see lines in the paint, so it really helps to kind of dab right onto the stamp. Let me move this up a little. And then I'm going to print this. I'm just going to roll over it once just so I get a nice even print. Get the corners and then pull it. I'm going to paint half of that on here. So I'm going to put this down here and roll right on it, just to get another impression of the stamp. And while these are still wet, I'm going to take a little bit of paint on here. I'm going to spray with the spray and then dab it right on there just to get it wet again, because I want to print it right onto the paper. So just to show you what the paint looks like on paper. So even though this is fabric paint, I still use it on both paper and fabric. And I'm going to paint the back of my stencil. And print that up here. I'm going to roll over it with the brayer. Place my stencil, and I'm going to spray a little bit of white paint. Lift that up. I'm going to come back and stamp on that when it dries. Now that I've drawn the hearts with the white dimensional paint, I'm going to take the transparency and another piece of my artwork and layer on the white paint and take a print over the stamped background. This acts, once it dries, as a resist, and when you paint over it, you'll see the white paint show through. Have fun experimenting on various papers and fabrics. You'll notice that I work on multiple pieces at once and repeat the techniques on each piece. This allows the layers of paint to dry and also prevents me from getting creative blocks.
Play me some butter beats, Jabz.
All these techniques are great jump starts to create your own mixed media backgrounds that can be used in a variety of projects. You can use the papers and fabrics in art journals, as collage papers, for your digital scrapbooking or project life creations. Most of all, have fun experimenting and creating your own mark.